Good evening students. In this video I am going to explain the poem Ulysses. It was written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It is for 2nd BA English, subject name British Literature, and it is also for all second year students General English. So Alfred Lord Tennyson is an English poet and is one of the very famous poet of Victorian age. I have given famous poems of Alfred Lord Tennyson. Please go through it. So, introduction. The poem Ulysses was written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It was written in 1833 and published in 1842. It is one of the very famous example of dramatic monologue. So, you have to know the meaning of dramatic monologue. It means a poem written in the form of a speech of an individual character. And though Ulysses becomes old, he longs to explore new world to gain experience in his life. Ulysses returned to his kingdom Ithaca after a long journey. He stays with his family for few years and rules his kingdom. After few years, he becomes restless and willing to start his new journey again. The poem starts with "It little profits that an idle king." Ulysses tells us that it is little profit to be an idle king. He doesn't get any knowledge and experience to be a king. So he also says that there is no adventure to live with his aged wife, and to rule his uncivilized people with unequal laws. His country people give importance only to money, sleep, and feed. But they don't know the real value of Ulysses. Ulysses wants to continue his travel. He wants to live his life deeply. He has enjoyed as well as suffered in his life. That means in the past. But he treats both experience equally. Sometimes he has faced all these experiences alone, but sometimes with his friends in his life. And then Hyades. Hyades, what is the meaning of Hyades? Hyades means nothing but only a group of stars indicates rainy weather. And it is associated with the presence of rain. Sometimes the Hyades trouble the dim sea by heavy storm. That means sometimes he suffered a lot at the time of heavy rain during his voyage. And it was a hard time for Ulysses to continue his voyage, and he became a famous person and treated him as hero because of his hungry heart, experience, and great adventure. He has traveled already many places and learned many things from it. He has learned manners of people in that cities, climate councils, as well as the governments of various cities he visited. He also tells us that he is not least to them too. He was honored by them. That means in past, he also participated in various battles with his friends. He was so delighted of his participation in the battle. The plains of the Troy was always noisy because of the non-stopping war. You have to know the meaning of Troy. Troy, it's nothing but only ancient city name. And he participated in all wars. The experience in which he has gained in this wars is an arch, that is an entrance to the untraveled world with claims. There is no restriction or boundary in his life. Once he ready to venture into the untraveled world, the boundary will fade. According to him, it is really dull to stop his adventure and set boundaries to his life. He says, our unused energy and experience are like rust. If an iron is unused for a certain period of time, it will become rust. In the same way, if we sit idly without any adventure in our life, it will become useless. Ulysses says that life is not to breathe alone. A single life is not enough to explore and get experience, because he becomes old, no? Our life is short. As Ulysses is an aged person, he says that only few days remain to live his life. Every single minute is an important to him before his eternal silence. Eternal silence means death. But before his death, he wants to do something more. He wants to know new things and explore new cities in his life. Ulysses also tells us that it is very bad to stay 3 years in his kingdom and save his life from death. He feels that he is wasting his time. Ulysses' spirit still desired to learn something new in his life. Ulysses compares himself with the sinking star. And though he is longing to attain knowledge before his death, it is not possible as he is an aged man. Now Ulysses introduces his son Telemachus. He further tells us that he wants to render his scepter and his kingdom to his son. He believes that his son will fulfill all his duties. He also trusts him that he can change his rugged people into civilized people by his soft nature. Whose soft nature? Telemachus' soft nature. Soon they will become useful persons as well as become good people. He further tells us that his son is blameless and do all his duties sincerely. He can balance his official work and worship his household gods with proper respect and proper act. In the absence of Ulysses, his son will take care of everything. Now he says that the port is waiting for him, the ship of her sail. The sea looks dark and broad. His friends, that is his mariners, who worked very hard once with him, welcomed the thunder and sunshine equally in the past. Ulysses and his friends are old now. Death is nearing to them due to their old age. But before their death, before their end, some noble task yet to be done. With the support of God, they fought against evils in their life in past. They are not an ordinary men. The day is fading and lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. The moon climbs up now. The voice of the sea is heard by Ulysses. He asks his friends to come and join with him. He welcomes them all to join with him for the voyage. He says that it is not too late for them to take one more adventure in their life to find one more new world. He instructs his friends to sit properly and smite the sounding furrows. His only aim is to sail beyond the sunset to explore the new world. He wants a ship should touch all the western stars till his death. The journey is not a safe one. He knows that. Sometimes the waves may wash them down. At the same time, they may reach happy isles with great effort. So what's the meaning of happy isles? Happy Isles means actually the place ancient heroes were believed to go after death. And there they can meet great Achilles. Achilles means actually hero of a Trojan War. And then, though their energy and strength has gone, they had toil in their old days. Though their body becomes weak due to time and fate, they still have their heroic hearts. They are still strong in their will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Ulysses finally encourages his friends to work hard to find the new world and asks them not to give up. Thank you, students. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching.